the breakdown of families is contributing to the decline in society and the big rise in mental health crisis in children and young people. So I wondered if you could share your views about that and your experience in that.
Sure. I've been working with young people for 2 decades now, over 2 decades. I fell into the career working for Manchester Council. So I wasn't a youth worker. My job was around reducing crime and antisocial behaviour, but specialising in young people, stopping them committing crime and antisocial behaviour. And I can say from first-hand experience working for the council for nearly a decade that I can only think of one young person I worked with who was a problem, who had a father at home. Only one. Out of the other thousands, fathers were always missing out of the home. And I knew that was a problem then. I knew that was a problem from my upbringing because I was raised by a single parent. And I was probably 23 years old until I realised I missed having a father in the home. And by that point, my father died. So my mum and dad split up when I was 2. He died when I was 6 or 7. So I have no memories of my father at all. And we were talking about shaving in a beer garden in a pub in Longsight in South Manchester. And we were talking around the table, how do you shave? Someone had bought the new Gillette £15 wet shaver. And it got to me, and my story was, well, when I was 12, 13, I found an ancient electric razor in a cupboard in an old bedroom that belonged to my dead granddad. And I started shaving with that. And I've always shaved with electric razors ever since. And all my friends had stories about how their dads took them to the bathroom, showed them how to shave, and they shave exactly the same way their dads had taught them a decade or two before. And I realised then I've missed having a father, only for this one silly little thing, which then made me realise, well, if I didn't know I missed it on this occasion, where else have I missed having a father, a male role model in the house to help me with my life, help me down the path of being a man, of taking personal responsibility, of working, of drive, of ambition, of being a protector, being a provider. And I realised there's many things I missed out on. I don't know what those things are because you don't know what you've never had. But I realised then at 23 years old. And then working with this, then working with the kids on the streets, which I set a charity up to do to stop kids getting involved in crime and antisocial behaviour. It was the same sort of kids I was when I was 10, 12, 15, lost, trying to make it on your own, no advice, no guidance. And as a boy, as the older you get, the less you rely on your mum. You
Yeah.
don't want advice off your mum because you're supposed to be a man. So we then fill that void with TV. Kids these days fill it with rap music and local drug dealers. I was lucky there was no such thing, in the 70s when I was growing up. But we start filling that father-shaped void with negative male role models, and we
Yeah.
wonder why young boys are making the wrong decisions. And I equate it to, the book Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
Lord of the Flies is a group of boys having to figure out how to create a society, how to live with themselves on an island, desert island. And they're making mistakes all the time and having to learn from mistakes. And that's what fathers are there for. So their children don't have to keep making the same mistakes. Life's a game. Some people start 4, 5, 6 paces ahead of everybody else in the game because they had a good father at home and they won't make those mistakes. They already know what's important. But without a father, you're starting from zero and you've got to start trying to catch up those other kids who have had a better start in life. And that's not about money. That's about advice, guidance, love and affection, and having male role models as well as female role models. I don't want to put men back in the home so we can kick women out of the home. Children need a mother and a father in the home, not one or the other. They need both of them, both vitally important. If you like that video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell and comment. And if you like what I'm saying about running for Mayor of Greater Manchester, then stick around. Tell your family, tell your friends. The only way I'm going to have a chance of winning is a grassroots movement. So be part of that movement and hit that bell. Thanks.